friends with a very unusual rabbit.
How do you do?
Meet a crazy fox or a bungling bear. Introducing Uncle Remus, Brer Rabbit, Brer Fox, and Brer Bear in the happiest, slappiest, dashingest, crashingest, singingest, flingingest Disney animated classic of all. This holiday season, Walt Disney's Song of the South is back on the big screen. Rated G. Now playing at a theater near you. Check your local newspaper.
Hi there, time for Timer, your roving reporter. I'm talking to you from inside a fantastic factory, your digestive system. You know what we build here? You! Not out of wood or metal, but out of food. You see, you are what you eat, from your head down to your feet. Things like meat and eggs and fish you need to build up muscle tissue. Uh-oh. Hello, appetite control, more protein. We need energy. Playing tennis today, you know. Whoops. All these motors in your body need a lot of fuel to go on, like carbohydrates, fats, and proteins, vitamins, and so on. What's left over forms the building blocks you need, indeed, to grow on. Yes, you are what you swallow, so that next time you feel hollow, don't just fill your face with any old kind of treat. This goes for every kid or 6-foot athlete. All you really are is what you eat.
Here a ghost, there a ghost, everywhere some scary ghosts.
It's showtime, folks.
Today, call for the real...
We will return after these messages.
Chuck Norris, Karate Commandos.
Break it up, crack it down, fight forces of evil wherever they're found.
Figures sold separately.
Location Tibet. Assignment recover stolen microchip. Protecting it was Super Ninja. Hi-ya! First, Chemo stood up to him. Hi-ya! And was downed. Then Reed Smith flew in. Hi-ya! And was grounded. But now it's his karate against mine. Hi-ya!
Chuck Norris, Karate Commandos. Chuck Norris, Super Ninja, Reed Smith, Chemo, and other figures sold separately. New from Kenner.
Are you ready? Because once you bite into a Three Musketeers bar, there's no turning back. It's so light it lifts you to the limit in chocolate taste, with the center ripped like a chocolate cloud and coated in velvet smooth chocolate. Go on, lighten up with Three Musketeers and let your spirits soar.
The home has always been an oasis of tranquility in a hectic world.
It's tea time.
Yeah! But not with Nerf Indoor Golf. Nerf Golf lets you turn your home into a 9-hole course with some of the toughest holes you can imagine. And with Nerf Golf, it's tough to make a disastrous shot because the balls are soft and safe. Nerf Indoor Golf, the 9-hole golf game with clubs you put together. New from Parker Brothers.
This is ABC.
I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid.
You just said the magic words and look what you did. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid.
You'll get the best for so much less. You folks will flip the lid.
If it's new and hot.
It's a toy they've got.
And the prices are hard to beat. I don't want to grow up. 'Cause if I did, you couldn't be a Toys R Us kid. More games, more toys. It's the world's biggest toy store. Let's go.
Tony Danza of Who's the Boss, Monday on Dayline.
I gotta feel the taste, gotta make it right, gotta taste it now, gotta get pumped, yeah, gotta get pumped. I gotta cause a splash, gotta feel the blast, gotta taste it now, gotta get pumped, yeah, gotta get pumped.
The pop sensation of Kellogg's Corn Pop cereal. Golden nuggets of corn popped up sweet and light. A poppin' great part of this nutritious breakfast.
I gotta get pumped, yeah, gotta get pumped.
Those lonely pound puppies really need to be rescued. Pound puppy, I'm so glad to find you. Put that lonely puppy pound behind you. You need a name. I'll call you Freckles.
Lots of pound puppies need your love.
Ask for me, Petey.
And when they're this lonely and this lovable, one more is always welcome.
Come sharing all our cuddling, caring puppies.
puppies, each sold separately. From Tonka.
We will return after these messages.
He's been tied up, tossed up, warmed up, hung up, and even stuck up. But he'll never give up. Because he's the one and only Brer Rabbit. Back again on the big screen in Walt Disney's happiest classic, Song of the South. It's hair-raising fun and bear-falling excitement and one honey of a holiday treat. Walt Disney's Song of the South, rated G. Now playing at a theater near you. Check your local newspaper.
This is Budball. He can spin. Here comes Katie rolling in. And this is Stewie. Where's he been? The Nerfles. Each character sold separately.
So much fun to clown around, to change and rearrange around. Yes, Nerfles are a ball to be around. Hey, Bud, what would you be if you had Stewie's ears? What? A bunny rabbit.
The Nerfles. You can collect them all. Little characters like Budball, Katie, and Stewie. Each sold separately from Parker Brothers.
Around here, the early bird gets the Eggo. Gently put in the Eggo as not to arouse any sleeping taste buds. Cleverly divert its delicious aroma from filling their dreams with crisp golden Eggo waffles.
Hi, Dad. What's for breakfast?
Nothing.
And I can have this?
Let go my Eggo.
Eggo waffles from Kellogg's, part of this nutritious breakfast.
Enough about waffles.
Put in the Eggo.
Too many waffles. Not enough raisins. What's up, everybody? Oh, it's the end game. That's right. We might reach the end of Snatcher. I would really sincerely hope so, because it was really setting us up for it last time I left y'all. So let's hope that that's the deal today. Hey, look who's here. Logi-chan's here. Born to Snatch World is a Neo Kobe. I am Junker Man. And then all those dead insectors. It's a lot. I'm just going to let you figure out how many that he actually said there. Oh, wow. Check it out. Retrogrades is in the building. It's been a while since we've heard from our pal Retrogrades. How you doing? Good to see you. Sabra. Just going to keep saying that until I'm right. You know, it's the final countdown eventually. I really do have a feeling, and judging by like what it said on howlongtobeat.com or whatever it is, sounds mysteriously like a porn site, but it's actually how long video games usually are. I think Snatcher's supposed to be about 8 hours, so that's good. Oh yeah, should be about the same time every Thursday, about 4:30. Exciting news. I don't know if this is gonna work. I don't know about my cords. Can you see past my gut and down here at this beautiful thing here? We got the Stream Deck, ladies and gentlemen, and those in between. Like, it's really awesome. I spent a few minutes here and there yesterday and today trying to figure it out. There's a lot of tutorials online, but they're all kind of bunk and they're for different versions. But I think I have working shit. First of all, what's really, really rad is, number one, I could switch between scenes with buttons. Look at the fucking magic. Look at that. I'm not touching a mouse right now. No. No way. Yeah, buttons. I've got, so I got the scenes mapped to buttons. I've got the mic mute on and off, which I'm sure will make Newman very happy. Apparently, this is the big one. This is the one that I doubt the most. But I have a button that should mute my mic, switch us over to the staff roll, and begin rolling the staff roll from Streamlabs without me having to go to the site. I have yet to experience if this is going to be a real thing, since this is the first stream since, but if it works, it saves me a shit ton of time and is way more professional than seeing me click everywhere trying to get things going and then not actually doing it. a button for plugs. So at the end of every stream, I can finally just shoot into chat the Discord link and the website link. I've got something showing the amount of viewers right now, which we've already got 5 right now, which is pretty rad since we just started. That's like a live counter. I think that's pretty sexy. And then I've got some surprise ones that will probably come up during the game that we're playing. The things like off the top of my head that I really thought could be useful. And I think the coolest part is I have a button called Boot Up, and it starts OpenEMU, it starts Loopback, it starts Discord, it starts just basically all the programs I need in order to stream. And then it opens tabs to all the different stuff like Twitter and Facebook that I have to do. It logs me into Streamlabs to get that started recording. All that shit with the touch of a button now. That's like 10 different actions with one button. And I was worried it was going to crash everything, but it looks like it worked fine. So that's really cool. I think there's a way that you can have like an alarm if you start dropping frames, and I'd like to put that on there. But yeah, right now it's pretty great. I'm really enjoying it so far. Jeff! What's up, Jeff? How you doing? It feels... So, Newman asked me how it feels. It feels soft. It feels smooth. It feels... The buttons are big enough for my giant fingers, which is a positive. Like, it's not like I'm playing with a little BlackBerry over here. It actually feels substantial, which is nice. And I don't know. I feel like I have a lot more control without having to fuck with keyboards and mice and rats and raccoons. Now I'm looking, as I'm blabbering, I'm looking at the counter expecting people to disappear. But thankfully it's not happening, so that's great. Yeah. Yep. Good luck restarting Chrome. I should make a button for that too, honestly. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I've got 4 open slots to mess around with, and really, I think probably some of the more memey stuff is probably only going to be used for this game. So yeah, let's go ahead and switch over to the gameplay, because I do want to go ahead and try to give one of them a shot, and...
That's disgusting.
Is everybody seeing the video from that? And is everybody hearing... Does it sound good? Is it quiet? Is it loud?
That's disgusting.
I found like somebody just saying that in a WAV file online, and I changed the pitch to somewhat sound like Gillian, and there you have it.
That's disgusting.
Brilliant. Did we just time travel to the stream where that happened? Yes. This is a time traveling stream. It's amazing, isn't it? So without further ado, I really want to jump in, and especially since we have a chance of actually finishing this today. Plus I'm really excited to see if everything works. So let's do it, folks. I'm so excited. And I can turn up my headphones so I can hear. Fantastic. Oh. So, last we left, well, I was going to say the last thing that happened is we were going to die in the turbo cycle on our way. Random Hajiel jumped in and saved us. We know at this point, let's see, do we know for sure it's Benson? Or do we think it might be Harry as well? I think at this point we're pretty sure that Benson Cunningham, who is the head of Junker, is a Snatcher. And we've just come back to Junker headquarters to find out what's going on. Lodge-chan says Mika's all wrapped up in her little cocoon like a hot little silkworm. Oh, Benson confirmed filled with maggots. Okay, you're right. That's right. It was like the last scan that we did with the skull and all that. So we know that Benson, at least Benson is the Snatcher. Yeah. We found Benson's sweet remains. So let's start taking a look around. It appears that something attacked this place. The shutter on the reception booth is closed. So where did Mika go? Well, obviously, Logichan already answered that. This is the protective shutter for the reception booth. It is automatically lowered in times of danger. God help you if you've got your fingers over the edge, I suppose. The emergency light is flashing on the door check panel. No, it's not. So headquarters has already been put on emergency status? Let's investigate. There are a few holes in the shield, no doubt caused by blaster or cannon fire. Cannon? Then it's Snatchers who did this. Benson's Sweet Remains sounds like a good band name. Yeah, or maybe like a special like brand of relish? I don't know. Oh. The surface of the shutter shows evidence of having been struck by fire from an energy weapon. A button, A button, A button. I read motion. Something's in the booth. Yo, it's probably just Mika, though. Gillian, we have to open this somehow. Well, fucking open it. You open everything. Okay, open it from inside the booth. Okay, let's look at booth. Can't this be opened from the outside? If it has an emergency external connection port, then it can be opened from the outside. Look at fucking ports. Metal, find the external connection jack. Here we are. I have located an emergency external connection port on the side of the booth. With this, I should be able to open the shutter. Well, good thing Snatchers are really advanced, but they don't have like a USB port on the outside. What kind of birthmark do I have? Let's not get back into that line of questioning. Let's go back to Newman's shooting everybody. That sounds good. Now plugging into an emergency external connection port. Releasing lock mechanism. Now opening the shutter.
All right. I'm going to open it, but please use extreme caution. Anything could be inside.
Oh, Mika. Boom.
Mika! Mika, are you all right? Metal, how is she?
Talking right in her
face. Her pulse is normal. The only external injuries are to her forehead, and they are not serious. There's been no significant blood loss.
Mika, come on, snap out of it. It's me, Gillian.
Snap out of it.
Gillian? Gillian.
Mika, what happened?
Gillian, the chief. The chief is a Snatcher.
So he's finally shown his true colors.
Harry's...
What's happened to Harry?
Harry put me in the pod and sealed the main door. He locked the Snatcher in.
That was smart. Not even a Snatcher can get through this shield.
So where's Harry?
He said keep the door sealed no matter what happens in there. And then he went in. Gillian, please help him.
Harry! Mika, open the door. I'm going in.
Is it Harry or Mika he's talking to?
Metal, we're going in. Be careful. That Snatcher could be hiding anywhere.
Yes, sir.
Gillian, please be careful. The chief is very cunning. Don't let your guard down.
Don't worry. I'll watch myself in there.
Jeff couldn't realize that her eyes were clearly filled with tears and thought it was instead a Snatcher thing and went to shoot her. Oh, shit. Harry. Oh, no. Someone's down. I think he was saying that Mika is Harry. No.
Harry!
Oh, Gillian, is that you? I'm getting old. Just look at me.
What happened?
I saw the chief messing with your turbocycle, and that weird picture in his office.
Metal, how is he? Metal!
I do not wish to say.
Really that bad, huh?
Gillian, when I confronted him about what I saw, He showed me what he really was. I was barely able to even scratch him.
That's enough, Harry. I understand. Metal, is there anything we can do for him?
Gillian, I'm sorry.
Harry, you'll be okay. Doesn't look like you're hurting too bad. This'll work out perfect.
Stop bullshitting, Gillian.
You always were working too hard anyway. Why don't you take a nice long vacation somewhere and rest up?
Yeah, sure. Nice try, Gillian, but it's my body. I know I ain't gonna make it. You were a good kid, Gillian.
Harry!
I don't know how to say this right, but I've always had a special feeling about you. I've always had trouble talking to people since I was little, like my father. What I can remember of him.
Pulse and blood pressure falling.
Harry, hang in there. You and I were gonna go out and tie one on, remember?
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. You, me, and Jean, the three of us.
But John is...
Metal,
Shut up, Metal. God damn.
Gillian, I've lived my life alone. I didn't know my parents or family. Always so stubborn, glued to my research. I never really trusted anybody. That was a mistake.
Blood pressure continuing to fall.
Harry?
After Jean died, I felt it.
That's
Human
disgusting.
warmth, companionship.
I know what you mean.
Gillian, I just wanted to get along with everybody. I don't need no Nobel Prize. For 50 years, I've been searching, trying to find something I lost. Looks like I'll never find it now.
Gillian, he's about...
Looks like I've been talking too much. It's up to you now, Gillian. I'm finished. You won't forget this, old grouch, will you?
Harry!
Gillian, you've got to believe in yourself. You're the last junker.
Harry!
Don't go, Harry.
Harry!
Pulse 0. Pupils are dilated.
Cunningham! No! Snatcher! I'll get you for this!
We have no time for grieving. That Snatcher is still hiding somewhere here in headquarters.
Metal, listen to me. If that Snatcher gets me, you've got to take Mika and run. Then you've got to blow up Junker headquarters. Blow it sky high! You understand me?
Yes, sir. I just hope it doesn't come to that. So, where should we start our search?
God damn it. Dodge Chin. Oh, it was honestly a pretty emotional moment right there. Where should we start? Well, let's obviously start in the chief's office. It's the chief's office. Motion detector. Only one registering on the motion detector is not around. Alright, let's go to the detective's room. This is the detective's room. I mean, we let Metal Gear do everything anyway, right? Like, this is nothing new. Alright. I don't see the Snatcher. Any motion sim? Nope. So, if I know this game, we're gonna have to go to all rooms twice. Shooting range. Maybe he saved me some time and he's just standing inside the machine. Don't see the Snatcher. Search! Oh, the booth's shadows. There's a good chance he's hiding in there somewhere. Alright, now investigating. No Snatchers. Search inside the booth. Are you ready? No snatchers. Search above the booth. Alright, now investigating. Nothing unusual there, except a lot of dust.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, people need to clean more. Alright, we're gonna do the motion detector. Nothing. Alright, let's move to the computer room. Alright, look around. Don't see the snap. I mean, I don't see it either. Search in the shadow. What? Oh, sorry, nothing there. Well, thanks for scaring the shit out of me. Alright, I'll check it now. Please be careful. Nothing there. Motion detector? Nothing. Alright, let's move to the hallway. Oh, that hallway. I'm like, what? Harry's body. Just wait here a little longer, Harry. I'll get the bastard for you. Well, I don't think Harry's gonna fucking move anywhere because he's dead. There's no time. Spend 40 minutes trying to consider how to press 2 buttons at once. Investigate Harry? Yeah. Just as we left it. Search. Can we search under Harry? No reading. Alright. Engineering. Search Madonna poster. No sign. Search behind the work table. About the only place one could hide in this room, right? Are you ready? Nothing unusual. I'm keeping my button, like my A button, ready. Nobody uses the range since you're the only one who does anything since John died, right? Now investigating. Nothing. Under the desk. Nothing. Motion detector? Nothing. Ceiling fan is the only thing moving. Shoot fan. Alright, well, let's go back to the chief's office. Did you see that? I saw that. Yup. Dripping blood. Hmm? Look at desk. There's some kind of stain on the desktop. Interesting. Oh shit. Oh shit. It's blood. Look at blood. There's a pool of blood on the desktop. Oh, it's just jelly. It appears that the blood is dripping from the ceiling. Are we just not gonna look up? Look, search ceiling. Why don't we investigate the ceiling? Buffalo blood? Oh god. Oh shit.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Cunningham. Oh shit. Get boom.
The lighting control system has been destroyed. Distance to motion readings increasing.
Is he trying to run?
Motion readings have vanished.
You got past me this time, Snatcher.
Headquarters emergency lighting has been activated.
Can we find him again?
We should go after him immediately.
We'll find him. We know he's somewhere inside headquarters.
The Snatcher has been wounded. We should look for traces of blood.
We should also save. Right, Newman? We should save. Newman is my savior. So just... yeah. Perpetually save. Yes, please. Alright, so let's look. Well, I know that. Search for bloodstain. Unable to look for any traces. Well, let's move to engineering. Never not be saving. Alright, do we see any blood? Doesn't seem to be around. Search for bloodstain. Cannot see any signs of blood. Well, get out of here. Let's go to the detective's room. Look. Search for blood. No traces of blood. Alright, how about we go to the shooting range? Search for blood. No blood. That's funny. I was pretty sure that I at least winged him. I wonder if I hit practice, if it would like be like, why are you trying to practice when all this shit's going on? Or if it would just let me do it. Computer room. Do Snatchers have blood? Yeah, they have some sort of blood. Because when their heads blow up, there's stuff that looks like blood. Bloodstain. Cannot locate any signs of blood. Shit. Do we have to search through everything again? Oh, shit. I didn't mean to use Metal Gear. I'm sorry, buddy. Let's go back out in the hallway. This is particularly gruesome. Still some rooms we haven't checked. Oops. Sorry, Harry. Can't find anything of this nature. Okay. So where did we not go? We haven't been to... Maybe we started in the chief's office. Detective's room, we went to all of that. Oh, the front. We haven't been to the front. Thank you, Retro. The lobby. You never know. But the main door was sealed when we came in. We've checked and double-checked everywhere else. Let's go take a look.
The main door has been opened. Did Mika open it?
Oh, shit. That's not good.
Wait, Mika's not in the pod.
Oh, fuck.
What happened?
The lighting has been disconnected.
Don't move, Seed. Cunningham, is that you?
I read motion. He is definitely in here.
Where are you? Show yourself. I'm right here. I don't need to run or hide from you.
I'm gonna blow your head off, man.
Mika!
No, Gillian, don't move. It's a trap.
A hostage? You cowardly scum! Mika, why did you open the entrance?
He carries chains on.
I don't know. I was really scared. I mean, the emergency light's coming on so suddenly.
Seed, go ahead and shoot. But you'd better be a pretty good shot, or this kid goes home in a bag.
Shoot, Gillian. Kill this thing. Don't worry about me.
Mika!
What are you going to do?
I have you now, junker!
Shit, we don't... Oh, yeah, I'm fucking... Oh, God, I almost hit Mika. I gotta be real careful with that shit. Oh, God. What? There we go. Fire twice. What? Like, most of my shots were not registering. Do you have to wait right until... right before he attacks? Oh, he's like sniffing her butt. Oh, careful now. Shoot him in the mouth. Damn. Maybe it's just gotta be quick. Right in the nose. God damn it. Nope. Okay. That might be good. Yeah. Fuck
the Snatcher's functions have been terminated.
Mika, are you all right?
Yes. Yes, I think so. Thank you.
Whew. Harry, I got him. Random? Sorry it took so long, but this ought to make us even.
Junker? You may have stopped me, but it's not over yet.
Gillian, this is just residual energy feedback. Its power levels are dropping rapidly.
Crane's Hospital was nothing more than a maintenance facility. We have comrades operating throughout the city, more than you can imagine. Now our plans will move into Phase 2. For that, we will enlist the help of Professor Lorraine. Your existence is meaningless. As long as you don't get your memory back. Good luck, Junker.
Junker.
My memory? Comrades? Professor Lorraine?
Harry! Why? Please tell me. Why do so many good people have to die?
Mika.
This is all wrong.
Mika, don't worry. I won't let anybody else die. I've made a promise to Harry and Random. But the city is still full of Snatchers. This fight is just beginning.
Napoleon's like,
I
let
have
me hear
an
it.
urgent video
Knock,
call from
knock,
Jamie.
joke.
I'll connect you.
Jamie.
Gillian, I've got my memory back. I remember everything.
What?
Your memory? So what about us, Jamie? Who are we?
Gillian, it's terrible. What we've done.
Jamie, what's wrong?
I can't tell you something like this over the video phone. I would have been better off never remembering.
Okay, Jamie, calm down. I'll head out right now. Where are you? Is it snowing?
I'm sorry, Gillian. I can't tell you.
It's a trap.
They've taken our boy hostage.
Our boy? Who?
Professor Modner is here too.
Jamie, what are you talking about?
I'm so sorry.
Snatcher!
Gillian!
Snatcher!
We have Professor Lorraine. We only require her cooperation for a short period here at the Kremlin. So for now, I suggest you avoid doing anything foolish. Professor Seed.
Professor Seed? What? Please tell me we get more than that. Oh, is there an Act 3? Oh, we're not done, are we? Oh, damn. Yeah, I'd like to save. Shit. Wow. Damn. I thought that was like gonna be the end of it. So now we've got Act 3, I suppose. Oh man, this is getting good. Who's Dr. Lorraine? And who's their boy? It better
With
not
the
be
start
Napoleon.
of this year's Kyoto Summit just 3 hours away, the delegates from the participating countries are beginning to arrive at the conference center.
God damn it, Newman. Guess we're in the end game now.
A major poll of domestic and international opinion, carried out just last week, shows that the vast majority of respondents favor a complete quarantine of Neo Kobe as a means to combat the risk of the Snatcher menace.
You know, this is a Kojima game. I bet the entire final act will be
Now that
people
the
talking
chief's
to
death
each
has
other.
been confirmed, it won't be long before they strip us of our Junker authorization.
They will be deciding how to handle Neo Kobe at the summit in just 3 hours.
There are rumors that they're going to use nukes on the city to make sure the Snatchers are wiped out.
Damn.
That's ridiculous. Come on, this is the 21st century.
That may not be as improbable as it seems. The world's leaders are extremely concerned about the Snatcher problem.
The chief was going to calm this hysteria in his speech at the summit, but that'll never happen now.
3 months ago, government pressure on Junker operations increased dramatically. Gillian's transfer here was really our last chance.
Our own chief was snatched. It's not too surprising they don't want to trust us anymore.
I've heard that the Army and FBI are going to take over operations now.
That's correct. That too will be officially decided in 3 hours' time.
3 hours, eh? Is there any way we can find their hideout in that time?
If we don't, we and everybody else in this city are finished.
As far as they're concerned, we're just like a cancerous tumor that has to be cut out.
We have to hit the Snatchers' headquarters before then.
Gillian, can you do it?
If we only knew where it was, I should be able to manage something.
Hitting their outposts like Queen's Hospital won't do any good. We have to find their main nerve center.
What about the memory of that Snatcher who was impersonating the chief?
Just like the others, it was completely blanked. It's a form of self-destruct mechanism that they use.
Wait a minute. Mental. What about tracing that video phone call from Jamie?
It was no good. The call didn't last long enough. Still, It definitely did come from within the city.
Damn.
Didn't they say
where are they hiding?
Moscow? Or the Kremlin?
Gillian, can't you remember anything at all? Didn't Jamie say something that implied you were somehow connected to the Snatchers?
Nothing. I can't remember a damn thing. Metal, I want you to tell me everything you know about me. Why was I sent to Junker headquarters? Where did I come from?
Gillian.
Metal, the chief's dead. Tell me everything you know about me.
Well, you see...
Metal! You knew shit?
All right.
This whole time?
With the chief gone, you are the highest-ranking officer here.
You knew all along?
Of course.
You dumbass.
Where were we rescued from?
3 years ago, you and Jamie were taken into protective custody in the Siberian Neutral Zone by the 17th Siberian Investigative Force.
That's a lot of Siberian.
More precisely, you were discovered in cryogenic sleep pods in an underground bunker near Moscow.
Cryogenic sleep pods? You mean they were frozen?
This is a photograph of the bunker. There is no record of when you were placed there. In addition, the third pod was empty at the time you were discovered.
There were 3 pods?
You were revived and taken into custody by the army.
Yeah, one of my theories
Apparently,
is that
as a result of the extended sleep, both of you suffered from complete amnesia.
Harry was their kid and they were frozen.
Another theory suggests your memories may have been intentionally erased. This is the only piece of evidence found at the site.
Looks familiar.
That's Harry's picture, from when he was a kid.
Surprise, motherfucker.
That's
Makes
correct.
everything better.
Harry is Gillian and Jamie's son.
He knew
It's been confirmed
this?
by DNA tests.
Harry? Harry was my son?
Using the information
Jesus
gained
Christ,
from the
Metal
photo,
Gear.
it was established that you are Gillian Seed and your wife, Jamie Lorraine. Both of you are American citizens, born in the late 1960s.
Damn.
The 1960s?
In addition, both of you vanished without a trace in 1989. There is no other information available about you after that.
1989?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'd be
You come from
incredibly
a world
livid
that's
with
been
Metal Gear.
gone for 50 years.
But what does that have to do with the Snatchers?
When the 17th Special Investigative Force was bringing the two of you out, there was an accident. Though the two of you were all right, most of the 17th was killed. One of them was a Snatcher. Of course, before their departure, they all underwent thorough examinations. So, if one of them was snatched...
It had to be somewhere in Siberia, right?
That's correct. And in order to attempt to determine the origin of the Snatcher, as well as your true identities, you were assigned to Junker headquarters. The hope was that exposure to the Snatchers would help you regain your memories.
Moscow? 50 years ago?
Christ, this would have been useful.
Almost everyone who was in Moscow at the time
Before
was
everyone
killed in
died.
the catastrophe.
So Gillian and Jamie are the only living witnesses?
Harry. Harry was my son. Did he know?
No. It was highly classified information. He was never told.
He would have had to kill Benson.
I was never able to do anything for him.
Wait a minute, Gillian. Didn't Jamie say something about taking a boy hostage?
That's right. They must know about Harry and are using him to threaten her.
We have to find their headquarters quickly.
We've only got 3 hours.
Gillian, let's think
know,
this
right?
all through again. We may get some kind of a hint out of it.
You're right. There may be some clue in the way they're operating.
All right. Let's go over what we know about them.
Alright, first of all, what's the Snatcher's weak point? Well, it's their skin. Well, sun's rays. This is the Snatcher's weak point? Are you sure? Think very carefully. That's not it. Ultraviolet then? Okay, that makes sense. Defective artificial skin. Long-term exposure. I like how we're getting treated with like a pop quiz at the end of this game. Like, damn. Long-term exposure mutations in the melanin become cancerous. Specifically, long ultraviolet rays in the 250 to 350 nanometer range is responsible for causing the cancer. That's right. And that's the reason that they're so limited is when they can go out. in the sun rays. They only come out at night and in the middle of winter, and wear sunscreen even then. That's the method that Gene used to figure out what the Snatchers were up to.
That's disgusting.
How ironic. It turns out that the destruction of the ozone layer actually had a benefit for us humans. That's right. Now, what method were they using to move and be able to avoid ultraviolet rays and sunlight at the same time? Well, clearly they were using the turbo cycle. Black taxi. That's not it. I mean, the underpass? That's right. They were using the abandoned tunnels of the old tube liner system. That's not the underpass, whatever. That's how they were able to move around without being noticed. Nielsen's apartment and the old factory, Queen's Hospital, all of their hideouts were connected by the tube liner. So maybe there was a tunnel under their main base as well. It's a good chance of that. Next, what phenomenon was always observed at any location where Snatchers appeared, including the underground tunnels? Hiccup. This is the phenomenon you're talking about? That's right. And what was the cause of the sneezing? Snow 9. You're correct. The sneezing was all caused by the presence of the allergen Snow 9. Snow 9 is an artificial form of pollen designed by the military, and its presence is limited to certain regions. They're using it to interfere with radio transmissions and keep people away. They probably were producing it intentionally themselves. The only regions of the city where Snow 9 is still present are the areas around the Ina River. It has been cleared out of other areas because of the danger it presents. So that means that their base must be somewhere near the Ina River, right? That is a fair conclusion. They're probably somewhere near the Ina River, protected by the Snow 9. Accessible to the tube liner and near the Ina River. And we must not forget the 3 photographs that we found the Snatchers with. All of them were related to the Soviet Union before the catastrophe. The map on the wall of Nielsen's apartment. The picture of the temple in the director's office at Queen's Hospital. The photo of the red square hidden in the chief's office. Why do the Snatchers keep pictures and memorabilia like this? Maybe they're homesick? Maybe that's where they came from. Homesick? Get serious, Mika. They're robots, you know. Talking shit. Let's analyze this a little closer. What city is related to all 3 of these? Moscow. Moscow. Must be where they're coming from. That must be the basis of their programming. No, it's not Tokyo. You might be right. Just as people have a hometown that is dear to them, the creators have put a hometown into their programming. They're very advanced artificial intelligence systems, so they may have needed something like that to maintain their emotional balance. Yeah, they were born out of nothing, but they needed to give them some kind of image as an emotional base. So Moscow is their creator and their home. And the place they found Jamie and I apologize, I did not sleep last night. Oh.
In other words, this homing instinct thing of theirs has led them to set up their headquarters in some place that reminds them of home, or their creator.
What part of this city is like Moscow?
Moscow's really cold, right? They get a lot of snow, don't they?
Snow?
No snow has been recorded in Neo-Kobe in several years.
Well, then that's not it.
Wait.
Thanks, Mika. You're a big help.
What about that pollen? That crystal bioengineered stuff, Snow 9?
Now that you mention it, wasn't it snowing on Jamie's video phone call?
That's right. Their hideout has to be somewhere close to the Ina River.
The Ina River flows for miles around here, Gillian. We could never search it all in time.
Gillian, let's look at a map of the areas investigated so far. This is an enlarged view of the southwest portion of the city around the Ina River. This blue area is that in which Snow 9 is present. Now I'll superimpose a chart of the abandoned tube liner tunnels. From this we can establish those areas with Snow 9, which are accessible by subway tunnel.
Damn. Nice try, but it's still too large. We could never cover it in 3 hours.
Don't give up so fast, Gillian. What about that image of home thing we were talking about? Maybe there's some kind of geographic similarity. Maybe the same view can be seen or something.
I'll display a map of Moscow alongside.
What's this?
Look, the rivers are exactly the same shape.
This is the Moscow River over here.
It looks like we're on the right track, Metal. Show us the location that Jamie and I were picked up from.
Hi, Chow.
All right. Right here.
Metal, before the catastrophe, what was at this location?
The headquarters for the entire Soviet Union, the Kremlin.
Bullshit.
The Kremlin? That Snatcher said something about taking Jamie to their Kremlin.
Metal, what spot in Neo Kobe would match up with the location of Moscow's Kremlin?
Calculating. This is the spot. It's presently occupied by an old church. It's rather large, but reports indicate it's been abandoned for nearly 20 years.
And it's right in the middle of the Snow 9 and subway area.
That's it! That's their headquarters, their new Kremlin.
Gillian, let's go!
Wait, Gillian. I want to go with you.
Sorry, Mika.
Hey, I'm a junker too, you know.
I know, and you're a great one at that.
So take me with you then.
You head to the summit to warn the delegates. They haven't given up, you know.
The summit's in Kyoto. I'm not going to be the only one to run.
You've got to convince them not to use nukes on Neo Kobe.
We found their hideout. There's no need now to sink the whole island.
Yes, but...
It's a tough job. Can you do it?
Okay, Gillian. I'll do what I can.
Thanks. Thank you, Mika.
Don't say it, okay?
Let's go, Gillian.
Gillian?
Yes? What's wrong?
How about dinner sometime?
Dinner?
Yo, I'm still
yeah,
married.
You know, dinner.
Mika.
Not interested. I thought it would be nice, you know, to kick back, relax. It's Christmas after all.
Christmas, huh? I'll be back by then.
Gillian, we have to hurry.
That's a promise, right? I heard you.
Yeah, okay. But I gotta go to church first.
I'll see you soon then.
Okay, Metal, let's go.
Take me to church. So, his wife just regained the memories. They're most likely going to get back together if I could save her. And Mika's just finally going for it. And no matter how much sniffing Gillian has done, now he's kinda not interested. So, make Christmas plans. 3 hours till the city gets nuked. So Chow, basically, I don't know when you tuned in last. I can't remember if you were here last week, but we found out that Benson Cunningham, who's the head of Junker, was a Snatcher. So we raced back there. He had attacked everybody. He had killed Harry. Actually, Harry had to die in our arms. It was actually pretty sad, even when the chat was trying to derail the whole thing. And we eventually found him, shot him, chased him. He chained up Mika. I shot him in the face a bunch of times, and then he escaped. We got a call from his wife. She remembers everything. But the important thing is that Metal Gear knew everything the entire time. He knew everything about them, their memories, everything. They were apparently professors in Moscow, and they were cryogenically frozen, and Harry was their son. And so Harry was their son this entire time, and he died in my arms before Metal Gear decided to tell me that. Yeah, chained up without the president, and definitely not with an okay. And then, yeah. Also, as you've probably seen, I have a Stream Deck now, and I've put some quality Retro Game Champion memes in here. Yeah, Metal Gear knew the whole thing. Honestly, I would have shot him, like, over anybody else. I didn't smell anything new. So, yeah. This is the last turbo cycle. Does it have to be green? I'm gonna look at it. The spare turbo cycle has not been painted, but that does not affect its locomotive functions. Great, let's get inside. Somebody actually took the time to program that. It's amazing. We boarded the turbo cycle. Where do you want to go? Of course, I know the answer to that question. Green? Nah, let the city burn. I ain't getting caught in that shit. Let's go to church.
I've input the map data on the Kremlin's locations. Lift off.
You lift off. Motherfucker.
Flight configuration, now gaining altitude.
Yeah, Chow, glad you're here because I think we're in the end game now.
Jamie, please be safe.
Gillian, please keep in mind that we're working with a strict time limit.
Gillian, please iron your shirts. You look like a slob.
50-year debt in 3 hours.
That's a Kojima line if I ever heard it. That was dope.
Snow!
Snow 9, to be specific. We've entered the Snow 9 region. Please put on your breathing filter. Direct inhalation is dangerous.
All right.
Radio transmissions will also be impossible from this point on. Understood?
Sure.
Now descending. Conversion to hover configuration complete.
Thanks for giving me a
Gillian,
play-by-play.
We've arrived.
All right. An actual 3-hour clock? Let's hope not. But knowing Kojima, you might be onto something. If we let this sit here for 3 hours, what if, like, nukes exploded? Oh, that'd be dope. Should I save and then find that out? Because that would be great. Could be a sick game of wizardry in the middle console. I know, right? Okay, slot 2. Wow, I know why they call it their Kremlin. Alright, use Metal Gear. Not the video phone. Why did they switch that? I know I can't call. Ugh. Oh, what about the call from Jamie? Well, that was high-powered. Alright, save. That's a good idea. Okay, I'm going to overwrite 1, and then I'm also going to save in number 4. Number 4 will be our test. And that'll make me really happy if there's a clock. Okay, 4. Yes, I would like to continue. Okay, so let's look. It's a very old church. It bears quite a resemblance to St. Basil's Cathedral. No doubt they thought the same thing. It appears to be snow, but it's actually Snow 9. Try to avoid inhaling any of it directly. Too much interference to use the video phone here. It's surrounded by a large grove of tall cedar trees. This is likely to keep just about anyone away. Given the season, a few Christmas lights would really liven up the scene. Listening? Only sound is the wind. Investigate the motion detector. We're not showing any signs out of the ordinary. Investigate the snow. Definitely Snow 9. The building's about 50 years old, but appears very well maintained. So where's the entrance? On the front side of the building. That means that we can actually look at the front side of the building now. A sensor scan reveals that a tube liner tunnel passes directly underneath this area. Well, that's no surprise. Looks like we got the right place. Let's go inside. but how will he...
All right, now opening the door.
What's wrong? Won't open?
I've scanned it, and it's not locked. It is probably rusted into place.
Not surprising. After all, our friends always go in and out through the basement.
Let's push it together.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I thought it didn't work.
That got it.
Ooh, that sound. The sound is creepy. Scan detects locks, but not rust. It would appear to be some kind of chapel for the Snatchers. Hey, Heaven's Fury! Thanks for following along. Welcome, welcome. I think you made it just in time for the ending of Snatcher. Bam! Thanks for joining. Were you telling me those things pray? To whom? No doubt to their creator. That portrait on the wall is probably a representation of him. Ooh. Who is that creep? Is that Liquid Snake? What's going on? Oh. This portrait is no doubt the one of the Snatchers worship as their creator. This guy. Isn't that right? Oh. Oh. Random. One moment, I'll compare the picture with my data on random. While the facial bone structure of the individual in the portrait is nearly identical to that of random, And he's like the only other blonde person in this entire game. Positive identification is impossible, but the picture is not a photograph. It just looks too much like him to be a coincidence. These are the chairs for worshippers in the chapel, no doubt. Something's written on the painting. The creator, MadHatter. And random is totally MadHatter backwards, like we were talking about. So this is Professor MadHatter? And of course, in the Metal Gear games, it's MadHatter. And all of these, like, Japanese manuals and all the Snatcher stuff mention that it's Randam, which is MadHatter backwards. So I think that was like a translation snafu, probably. It appears to be a portrait of that person. No shit. It's all very organized, almost inhumanly so. There's another room farther back. Yeah, they fixed the typo. They're like, Randam, that doesn't make any sense. Just us and the wind, that's all I can hear. So have they already left for the summit? Now moving into the back room.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Oh, will it get old? Probably. Oh, that is a lot of Snatchers. Snatchers. Look at them all. I'm not picking up any energy readings. They are all deactivated in some kind of suspension mode. So this is their warehouse, huh? There must be a few hundred of them here. They continue all the way back. Still, this doesn't look like a factory to me. Retrograde says, man, the Stream Deck's already paying off, right? These are endostructures, have not had the artificial skin installed. The bone sizing devices and skull slits are all still set to the smallest sizes. Oh, I've seen that. I still need to translate a lot of the manuals after scanning them. But I noticed that they had like diagrams of how the skulls can like expand and contract to be like smaller and larger people. Find out that Twitch was actually invented. Oh my god, by Neofmac Imagorder, of course. So their victims haven't been chosen yet. They're all just waiting their turn. Creepy, man. There seem to be a number of containers stacked up in the back of the room. Do y'all have this turned up? Like, these sounds are so, like, bassy and creepy. I love it. None of these Snatchers appear damaged. All they need is their energy packs. The gender units have yet to be installed. Gender units, okay. I do not see any tools for equipment for maintaining anything in the area. This room would appear just to be a storage area. We are totally going to blow this shit up. Oh. So they had an exploded view at the beginning of the game. I have to take them to the genital manipulators. That's it. Some kind of label here. 23rd Siberian Investigative Force. Siberian Investigative Force. It appeared that these Snatchers were brought up to Neo Kobe from the Siberian Neutral Zone. It seems the investigative forces have been responsible for shipping the Snatchers. In other words, the investigative forces must have been snatched, just like they were when they found us. I see, so the Siberian Investigative Force, that is a lot to say over and over. Bring the Snatchers out of Siberia and into storage here. I think you're right, Metal. And then the Snatchers just wait here in storage to be reactivated and adjusted after their victims are selected. A rather efficient system. I wonder where the actual snatching takes place. The back part of this room may hold the answer to that question. Let's do it. Seems the eerie tones that Genesis hardware is notorious for putting out. No disrespect. No, not at all. In fact, it reminds me of like Doom 2. Doom 2, Making of a Dynasty. Like those weird tones that it would make on like Sound Blaster. So good. YM 2612. Now heading farther back. Not gonna do it this time. Just not gonna do it. Ooh. Oh! It's a room full of chubby dudes. The Snatcher's culturing room. The mechanism is operating. Gillian, there are Snatchers with their artificial skin already installed here.
This is where they fuse the artificial skin onto the Snatcher's endostructure.
I like how we get to see the whole
They
process
adjust
now.
the size of the still skinless Snatcher to the size of the individual who is to be snatched.
Kojima's like, look at this cool
The
shit I
Snatcher's
thought.
overall shape and size can be adjusted by expansion or contraction of sizing rods.
Same, retro,
Their sex is
same.
controlled by gender units, which are installed at this point. Then, the face is modified to match the intended victim by adjusting the size of the upper and lower jaw, cheekbones, temporal bones, and tooth alignment.
Just like Gibson said, that means there are limits to the size of the people that they can snatch.
That's right.
I'm safe.
The limits of the mechanism mean that they can't snatch children, the elderly, or people who are very tall or heavy.
Yeah.
And this is where the artificial
I'm
muscle is
safe.
attached.
Is it organic?
No, it appears to be coated with a type of plastic gel capable of mechanical response. Like human muscles, it creates mechanical energy through chemical
That's
reactions.
disgusting.
And this is where the artificial skin is attached. In order to prevent the synthetic cells, developed using biotechnological protein design techniques, from
Right,
injecting
Retro?
the inorganic material
That's a
below,
good point.
they attach it gradually over a number of days.
And this is the stuff that gets cancer if they stay out in the sun too long.
Finally, they attach body and scalp hair. The process involves transplant of synthetic hair follicles as well, so the hair will grow back if it's lost.
What about scars or birthmarks?
It would appear that they make those adjustments at this point in the process, as they would for wrinkles to simulate age.
KFC! Oh, God. Computer terminals installed on each preservation chamber. Shut them down. These cylinders are used to culture the Snatcher's artificial... Oh, we know. You told us all about that. Oh, the ceiling. Weak ultraviolet rays are being projected from above. This is really advanced, way beyond anything we saw at Queen's Hospital. The whole area is protected as a clean room. There's a door at the far end of the room. It's locked, but I should be able to open it from this side. The power is on. Look at this, Gillian. The data of people to be snatched is all neatly processed.
So this is where the whole thing begins. The endostructures arrive here from the Kremlin. Then they convert them into copies of their victims. And finally, they head out into the city using the old subway system.
With artificial skin maintenance being handled at Queen's Hospital.
But who's behind all this?
Gillian, look at this.
Colonel Sanders.
There are some finished Snatchers over here.
Get a load of this. The U.S. President, the Prime Ministers of Japan, and the UK.
Oh, shit. That's not good.
Gillian, you're in here too.
What? Figures. They were looking to snatch every VIP at the summit.
And the last junker, you. It definitely looks like they plan on moving out beyond Neo Kobe.
If they were to snatch every major world leader, they'd practically be able to control the planet. Still, that's odd. With their flawed skin, pulling something off like that would really be difficult.
Chin said they had found the key to developing a perfect artificial skin. Maybe they've already produced it.
No idea. But the number of snatchers here makes it clear that they're up to something new.
Gillian, this is definitely their nest. We should destroy everything.
Yes.
Not yet. Not until we found Jamie. Metal, how much time do we have left?
The summit should have begun by now. We don't have much time. And once our legal privileges are suspended, I won't be able to help. In fact, I'll be forced to restrain you.
I know. If the military wants to avoid nukes and goes for a surgical strike on this facility, what would they likely use?
Probably a phased particle beam from one of the attack satellites.
A phased particle beam, huh? That'll wipe this complex right off the map.
Everything, including the soil, will simply evaporate. The attack will leave just a large crater.
Metal, can you convince them to give me another hour? Even 30 minutes will help.
Understood. I'll try my best.
And I'll try to find and rescue Jamie in that time.
I can't transmit here due to interference from the Snow 9. I'll have to leave the area and then send the message.
Oh, no.
All right. Do it, Metal.
Gillian, don't forget. 30 minutes. You must get out before then.
I understand.
Let me save first.
Gillian, I'm sorry I couldn't help you better.
Don't worry about it. I'll be able to move faster by myself anyway.
Amen,
30 minutes should be plenty. Go, Metal.
Yes, sir. Don't forget. 30 minutes.
We don't get to save. Oh no. Oh no. I better be good on
30
this.
minutes? Oh, this is gonna be tight. That room's the only place left to check. Let's take a look.
Yeah, same. This game's incredible. Oh shit. Oh god. Oh god, they're so fast. Oh, they hop and they change positions. Jesus. Oh, they stop. Oh, they keep changing. Oh my god. I didn't expect that they would be hopping off the walls. Whew. Whew. You're right, Chow. Oh my god. Oof. Alright. Alright. I got the serious eyes. God. My hand. Fucking kidding me? There's so many of them! Oh, my gun's too slow now. If one of them starts hitting you, it slows you down, and if multiple ones are hitting you, you can't fire, and it is nuts. Whew. Yeah, it is nice that it has infinite ammo. Okay, D-pad, don't fail me again. Oh, oh, yeah, frame traps. Alright. Did you hear that? I was clicking that button. It wasn't going. This is the worst level of Tempest. God damn it. This is awful. Whew. Whew. Okay. I can do this. I can do this though. Oof. I kind of wish I could play Tempest and just like shoot all over the place. Yeah, that game over track. Oof. God, it didn't fire that time. I swear sometimes it just like doesn't register. I wish this method worked, but it doesn't. Okay, I think I can get ahead of some of them. Yes!
Whew. I wasn't ready for that. They almost got me.
That's disgusting.
All right, let's open the next door.
Next door? Oh, come on. Please tell me I don't have to do that again. Oh, no. Oh, no. Jeff, thank you.
Doesn't look like there's
Hopefully
anything
I don't have
here.
to do it again.
Whoa!
Shit. Oh, I shot that one in the genital manipulator. Two in the chest, one in the head. damn it. Did I do it? No. Oh. Oh. Killian face clan. Jeff, thank you very much for that, by the way. Maybe have been a little premature, but we'll see. Oh no, it is not starting over. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. God, help us. I think I got a little bit of a trick now for this. There's way too many of them. Tempest.
Whew. I wasn't ready for that.
Oh my God.
They almost got me.
God, why do I have to do 2 in a row?
All right.
Why?
Let's open the next door.
Oh, God. How many doors are there? There's probably like 5. Oh, this is some bullshit. Oh, yeah, I'm sweating. I'm sweating for real.
Doesn't look like there's anything here.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Whoa!
All right. What? I hate that dude. God, you're so quick on the draw. Damn it. I really don't want to do that first level. Anything with that.
These guys are tough. Of course, I didn't exactly expect them to welcome me with open arms.
Ugh.
Okay, let's try this next door.
Thank you. Oh, God. Please, no. Not again. Oh, God, Jeff. Everything's worth it thanks to you. Oh, hey. I'm not going to shoot her. Was that a trick? Could I have shot her?
Jamie.
Oh,
are
that
you all right?
Sucked, and then
Gillian,
had to go back.
You came for me.
Oh, hell no.
Are you hurt?
No, they won't lay a finger on me. Not until the new artificial skin is completed,
Jeff. Oh
anyway.
My God.
Artificial skin
I want to buy
research?
heart pressure medication
You?
with that.
Gillian, I've got my memory back. All of it.
They're saying
what
memory.
Happened? Tell me, Jamie.
They said they'd kill him. They said they'd kill Harry. They forced me. I had to help them with the skin development. They said I had to help them because the professor was ill. Wasn't getting any better.
Oh, God.
Gillian,
Was not
the
breathing.
engineer Harry, he's our son. He's been living on his own now for 50 years.
Jamie, I'm afraid that Harry's...
There was nothing I could do. They forced me. But I can't do it anymore.
He's dead.
Jamie!
The professor, he just died. He was over 100.
The professor?
Oh.
What? This old man?
Came rolling home?
That's disgusting.
Don't you remember? It's Professor Modner. Professor Petrovich Modner.
Petrovich. Dr.
What?
Petrovich from Metal
This
Gear.
old man is Modner?
He's been confined here for 3 years now, just to develop the Snatcher's artificial skin. Terrible.
I think the age
Doing
would
that
match
to your
up,
own
too.
father.
Whose father? Jamie, I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
You really can't remember, can you?
No.
Jamie, tell me. Tell me who I am. What were we doing at the Kremlin?
Are you sure you really want me to, Gillian? It's all so awful, but if you must know, I'll tell you. Try to remain calm, okay?
As long as I don't have to shoot
56
anything.
years ago, you and I were involved in a top-secret Soviet project. It was still during the time of the Cold War. The gulf between East and West was as wide as ever. Everybody was worried about nukes. At that point, the world's armies were at their largest ever. Leaders still believed that a strong military meant a strong nation. There were rumors that there would be an agreement to end the production of nuclear weapons. On the other hand, the major powers like the US began to get involved in a space weapons race. But not the Soviets. The conservative despots in the Kremlin had another, completely different idea for gaining military superiority. A horrible plan, something no one else would think of. At that time, the countries of the communist bloc were facing an economic crisis. Popular movements pushing for democracy were springing up all over. Communism itself was facing extinction. Facing pressure from the reformers, the Kremlin began to panic. And that's when that horrible, childish plan was launched.
And that was the Snatcher project. Replace your enemy's leaders with puppets of your own. Then you control their governments, their economies, take over a country from the inside out.
The Patriots?
That's right, Gillian. And to develop these robots, they assembled some of the most brilliant scientific minds from around the world. Some of them were even brought in against their will. At the crux of that development effort was a group called the Frankenstein Project Team.
Oh, boy.
You and I were members of that team, Gillian. It was a 4-person team led by the late Professor Modner here. The robotics expert was Professor Modner himself. His son, Elijah Modner, handled genetics and microbiology. For nanobiology and picobiology, myself. And for behavioral science and psychology, you, Gillian. Early development was carried out at a lab in Novosibirsk, but was later moved to a secret facility under the Kremlin. At the time, the Glasnost and Perestroika movements were gaining momentum, and they rightly feared for the existence of the program if it should become known. But some of the reformers did learn of the project, and they conspired with the US to block it. Gillian, you were a CIA special agent sent by the United States to infiltrate and sabotage the project.
I was CIA?
Yes, and the government knows that. That's why you were assigned to the Junker team.
What? Who am I?
Work on the project continued to go smoothly.
Manipulators.
But then, on June 6, 1996, there was that accident. A mysterious explosion at the Chernobyl facility spread a bacterial weapon that was under development there into the atmosphere, destroying the country and the project.
Lucifer Alpha.
Gillian, was it you? Did you set off that explosion?
What? You can't be serious. You think I caused the catastrophe?
Somehow, during the confusion, Professor Modner and our son Harry managed to get picked up by American agents. But we couldn't get out in time, you and I and Elijah. In a shelter below the Kremlin, we entered a cryogenic sleep. Our plan was to sleep there until the toxic effects of the bacteria were safely passed.
And then 48 years later, 3 years ago, we were discovered by the 17th Special Investigative Force.
Yes, but when they found us, Elijah's pod was already empty.
Elijah Modner? That guy whose picture was in the church? The one that looks like Random?
Random?
That's right, Elijah is alive. Elijah is here and working on the Snatchers.
Why don't you let me finish your little story?
Oh, man, that was loud.
Who's there?
It's been a while, hasn't it, Jamie? Ah, yes. And Gillian.
God, that voice is dope. Clint Eastwood?
It's me, Jamie.
Elijah? Is that really you?
Random? No, not quite.
Dumbass.
So you remember me, do
Gillian
you?
deserves all of this.
I am
It is Colonel
Elijah
Sanders.
Modnar,
We were
the
right.
only son of Professor Petrovich Modnar. I'm afraid I've grown somewhat old and feeble since we last met, however.
KFC test kitchen.
Elijah, why are you doing this? Your father,
That's
Professor Modner,
disgusting.
he passed away a few minutes ago.
What? My father? My father is dead?
Elijah, what What happened to you?
Where were you?
The Elijah I knew could never do anything like this.
I've changed, Jamie. These 40 years have changed me.
I can't believe it. What happened to you?
What happened to
What
you?
are those?
Jamie, do I actually have to explain it to you?
Seriously, what are those?
Jamie, it's you. Your beauty is the cause of all that has come to pass here.
Oh no, that's incredibly
57
sexist.
years ago, I was obsessed with my research, yes, and with you, Jamie.
Also your face.
At the time, I was still young, having just graduated with my genetic engineering degree. My father's connections got me on the team, and there, I met you. You were working as my father's assistant. Your beauty, your smile, I was stricken. I saw something in you that I never felt with women of my own country. You warmed my cold, young heart, Jamie.
Whoa there.
You opened me up, and I couldn't stop my feelings.
Elijah.
Oh, I was so happy. The political situation was crumbling around us, but every day was a joy. I gained my father's trust, and with you there watching over me, I was able to work as hard as I ever have on the project. However, my happiness did not last for long. Gillian,
Whoa.
it was you.
Oh shit.
You showed up and all was ruined.
I will shoot you.
You arrived and joined our project team. Far from home, Jamie found comfort in a man from the same land. Your relationship grew quickly, and all I could do was stand by and watch. Jamie and Gillian fell in love, were joined, and even had a child.
Harry.
Even then, my feelings for you only grew stronger. Worried about me, my father tried to have me removed from the project, but I persisted. Jamie, I always wanted to be near you. And then, the democratic movements that had consumed the rest of the Eastern Bloc spread to our country as well. The Cold War was over. The hardliners who had pushed for its development were stripped of power and the project was cancelled. The reformers, trying to cover up the existence of such a crazed project, ordered that all materials related to it be destroyed.
I'm gonna
and
reverse
that we
all these
stand
pictures
trial
and
for
see what
our
they originally
actions.
looked like too.
Jamie and Gillian were to be returned to their homeland. That's about the time that I learned that you, Gillian, that you were a CIA agent, and that you were trying to pass documents on our research to your military. The country had sold us out.
Oh, damn.
I'm no politician. I couldn't care less about what happened to the country. All I cared about was my research and Jamie. And I was to lose all of that, everything. For someone so young, you cannot understand how great of a shock that was.
Elijah.
That is when I decided, I swore I would see that secret, crazed project through to the end. At the time, the bioroids were 80% finished. The main part, their endostructure, was essentially completed. But we still were having trouble with the artificial skin, the area that Jamie and I were assigned to. We called it artificial skin, but there was of course no need to duplicate T lymphocytes, Langerhans cells, or endocrine cells. All we needed was keratinized cells and melanocytes to provide the pigment. With the artificial protein development techniques that we had in those days, full-scale synthetic cell development was very difficult. Research like this took months, years. The original project called for us to simultaneously snatch an entire country. In other words, a whole nation, or an entire city had to be snatched over the course of one night. For that reason, a powerful biological agent, which could quickly and effectively kill the population of the country, was being simultaneously developed.
Lucifer Alpha.
That's right. A type RAO11 virus which another team was developing. For someone like myself, who was closely involved in the project, blowing up the lab was quite a simple task.
My God, Elijah, do you know what you're saying? That explosion killed half the world's population.
I moved all the materials and records essential to the Bioroid project into the shelter and executed my plan on June 6th. After sealing off the lab, I brought the two of you with me to the underground shelter and we entered a cryogenic sleep. But not before I programmed an atmospheric research satellite to transmit a wake signal when the danger from Lucifer Alpha had passed.
And 10 years later, Lucifer Alpha naturally mutated into a non-toxic form.
But the automatic revival system failed to work.
Oh no, it worked. Just as planned. It revived me 10 years later. A little sooner than the two of you, of course.
But even though you sealed the lab with the explosion and everything, you should have been exposed. Why weren't you?
Oh, I was. But by that time, the vaccine L Angels had already been developed.
So everything went just as you planned it then?
Yes, up until that point. But my real struggle was yet to come. My original plan was to revive Jamie as well, and for the two of us to finish the development of the Bioroids. You, Gillian, you were to stay asleep forever. But I just couldn't bring myself to do it. Not after looking at Jamie's peaceful face there in the pod. Besides, I could never have convinced her to work with me on the project anyway. I knew the time was not yet right, so I changed the timers of your pods to permanent on.
How could you do such a thing?
Because he's an incel.
And so for the next 40 years, I worked alone in that cold and lonely room under the Kremlin, trying to complete the artificial skin for the Snatchers. For days and days, no one would visit me. I never saw the sun or felt the changing of the seasons. Still, I always had Jamie by my side. You were always there for me to talk to. Just you and I for 40 years in that dark cellar.
Oh, you poor, poor man.
And then, 3 years ago, my research was finally completed. First, I snatched the Siberian Special Investigative Forces to establish a transport route for the Snatchers. And then, to test the effect of large-scale snatch operations, I chose Neo-Kobe City to be my experimental sample. Neo-Kobe is cut off from the surrounding areas, a sort of miniature country in itself, making it a perfect test site. And since it's a melting pot of various races, it would also allow me to gather extensive data on Snatcher modification and operational techniques. In addition, the element of suspicion or mistrust, which runs deep in Japanese culture, was another reason I chose this site.
But your test revealed a critical flaw in your machine's artificial skin.
Yes, quite unexpected, I'm afraid. All my research for 40 years. I gathered data and worked day and night to find a solution, but nothing seemed to work.
So that's why you decided to bring Professor MadHatter here, right?
That's correct. I discovered my father in one of the government's hospitals. He was old, but still very sound of mind. Naturally, he would not cooperate with me.
Of course not. He'd never become involved in something like that.
So, unable to receive his assistance, I decided that I had to have yours. But a mistake on my part allowed both you and Gillian to be taken into custody by the authorities first.
Just what are you trying to accomplish, Elijah? You must know you can never get Jamie back.
I'm only interested in discovering what I can of the human animal. In the past, it was because of Jamie. My motive is different now.
It sounds like you're just suffering from the wild arrogance that corrupts so many scientists.
Humans are such weak creatures. No matter how much they trust one another, the tiniest speck of suspicion can destroy it all. Look at how the Snatcher problem has caused such wild unrest. No matter how much science advances or how high we set our ideals, we eventually begin to suspect each other, to hate each other, and then to kill each other. The Snatchers are nothing more than a tool for bringing out this reaction. I am simply using the Snatchers to elicit the true nature of the human animal. I think this experiment has shown me the limits of human society. I sincerely doubt it will be able to reach any greater level of prosperity on its own. If human society ever hopes to reach greater heights, what is needed is an absolute leader, a firm ruler who isn't affected by these trivial episodes of mistrust.
Converting.
You're crazy if you think people would ever obey Snatchers.
Of course they wouldn't. But if they don't know, they cannot object. There has been a time in every age that the people have longed for a god to lead them. As long as they give the people no reason to suspect them, then they can easily become their gods. Indeed, a new race of super beings. We are almost there. Once we perfect the artificial skin, Snatchers will transcend man to become this planet's true human beings.
But you'll never get your perfect skin now. Professor MadHatter is dead.
I no longer have any use for my father. I have a sample of the new skin he developed. Once I've analyzed it, I'll be able to make as much as I need. Or if need be, we could simply culture the keratinized cells, epithelial cells, and melanocytes in the quantities that we need.
Work paid
What
for
are you
it.
talking about? How could you get a sample of perfected artificial skin?
Why don't you take a look at this? We found this in the rubble of Queen's Hospital.
Oh, shit. Random.
Random?
Oh, an acquaintance of yours?
He's a Snatcher?
A Snatcher.
That term isn't exactly accurate. This bioroid was constructed by my father without my knowledge. He modeled it after me in my youth. He built it right here in this facility. And not only that, he programmed it to destroy Snatchers. This bioroid caused me serious difficulties. It's designed and built far better than my Snatchers. The machine itself thought it was human. My father input memories for it all the way back to childhood. Those too were apparently mine. Haven't you yet realized? Random Hajil is Elijah MadHatter spelled backwards. How like my father.
Hajil is backwards too. I didn't see that coming.
He did virtually overnight what I could not do in 40 years of effort.
Elijah is Hajil.
Furthermore, he makes a bioroid so perfect, even the bioroid itself believes itself to be real.
But does he dream
What's
of
more,
electric sheep?
the cells of the skin he developed are self-replicating. Once in place, no further transplants or culturing is necessary.
Is he dead?
Its main and locomotive systems are completely shut down. It's just scrap now. But the artificial skin is being kept alive. This we need. With this, we can move to phase 2 of our plan of full-scale infiltration of the world's major nations.
The summit's already over. You'll never succeed.
What does the summit matter? Nothing holds us back now that we have this perfect skin. We can go anywhere we want, and there will be no way to tell us apart. I will have free control over the world. Nothing will be able to stop me. Politics and free thought will no longer have any meaning. My will alone will decide the course of human history.
Dumb old man.
You egomaniac. Do you think you can snatch the entire population?
There's a fully automated Snatcher factory under the Kremlin. Even as we speak, scores of new Snatchers are being born.
But no matter how hard you try, you won't be able to snatch the people's heart and soul. What do you hope to gain from this anyway?
Jamie, the human race is composed of fools. But I'm different. I will be its savior. Indeed, not just of mankind, but of all life on the planet.
I'm afraid that won't be possible.
Oh man, he
Metal.
is an incel.
In 10 minutes,
shit.
this church will be struck by a phased particle beam. I am guiding the beam from the attack satellite using GPS and 15 navigational satellites. The beam cannot miss. Everything in a 2 to 3 kilometer radius from me will be destroyed.
Stop this foolishness now. I will not have my research destroyed by some souped-up pocket calculator.
Oh, you will.
Metal, what happened at the summit?
The delegates,
Good question.
worried about the Snatcher menace, voted unanimously to allow the use of nuclear weapons on the city. The military is presently imposing a quarantine on Neo Kobe.
What? Do they intend to kill everybody?
The populace is in a state of panic. However, they have agreed to lift the quarantine if this church is struck by the phased particle beam. This is our last chance. I will handle things here. Gillian, Jamie, you two must flee.
You insignificant mass of metal. You'll never...
One move and I detonate. Gillian, run!
Metal, this is crazy!
Crazy.
We can't let a single Snatcher get out of here. And this new artificial skin has to be destroyed as well.
I will not allow some talking scrap pile to get away with this. If you're the aiming point for the beam, then I'll just have you thrown out of here. Grab this little one and take him out of here.
Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. Oh, look at that creepy Snatcher.
Metal!
Do I have to shoot? Oh god, I have to shoot.
Cowardly little robot.
You always were a real pain in the butt.
Ew.
What's that?
What's that? Ew.
What? How did... You're supposed to be deactivated.
I don't go down that easy, old man.
Stop this foolish...
Shut up! Let's try to make our final moments peaceful, shall we? And you Snatchers, you touch the little guy and the old man's head comes off. Random! I've always hated being used. Why don't you watch the final act with me?
Gillian, you only have 5 minutes. The turbo cycle is just outside on standby. Use that to flee.
Let me go. I'm Elijah Modner. I'm your original.
I don't care if I'm an original or a copy or what. You and I are gonna die right here. If we both die, there won't be a copy anymore now, will there?
The stupid logic of a simpleton, of a machine.
Whatever it is, it's my will.
Machines have no will. Machines cannot sacrifice themselves.
We'll see about that.
You have 4 minutes. You must go. And don't forget to take care of the factory under the Kremlin.
Stop!
Gillian, even if these memories in my head are fiction...
Yeah, I know what you mean. Our memories of our time together are all too real, Random.
Gillian, you become one hell of a junker.
Gillian, it has been most recreational being your partner.
Oh, Metal!
Oh.
If you can, try to pick up the pieces for me, okay? Like we did for Little John.
Little John? Oh! Okay, Metal.
He forgot.
Hurry! You only have 3 minutes.
Thanks!
Yeah, we're all gonna die.
Thanks, you two! Jamie, come on!
Peace.
No! Don't let her go! No!
You pathetic old fool! You don't even know how to love someone!
You stupid machine! What is that idiotic grin supposed to mean?
By snatching you, I'm finally gonna get my real self back!
Random, there's less than 1 minute to go. Thanks to you, everything will be fine.
You don't owe me any thanks. Sorry to get you involved in such a big job. You did great. You're a hell of a junker.
3, 2, 1, here it comes!
Later, kid!
Kablooey. Fuck, that looked like it blew up way more than the church.
Fifth Airborne Division has completed boarding. 7th Mechanized Infantry Team has completed boarding. 17th Special Engineering Squad report for boarding immediately.
So you're really going, aren't you?
It's our responsibility, too. Besides, if I go to Moscow, I may get some of my memory back. And if that happens, I'll be able to love you even more than I do now. Wait for me. I want to be with you, but first I've got to destroy this terrible factory of theirs. Jamie, when I get back, let's try living together again. What do you say?
What do you say?
13th Special Operations Squad and all Junker personnel report immediately for departure.
We'll be waiting for you, too.
Katrina! Mika!
Ladies.
You're here, too?
You better be happy, Buster, with all these beautiful women seeing you off.
Y'all smell great.
I'm happy you came. Let me introduce my wife.
Jamie Seed.
My wife.
I suppose it's a little odd introducing myself a second time, though.
What do you mean? You've never met them before, have you?
What are you talking about, Gillian? We're good friends.
Huh? Since when?
Oh God, Newman, you're
It's the
right.
first time I've met her in person, but I've spoken with her on the video phone a lot of times.
What? Have you guys been talking about me behind my back?
Oh God. Oh, I get to look at them. Look at Jamie. I'm really sorry for all the worry I caused you. This kid has had such a rough time. She lost almost everything practically overnight to buffalo meat. She's done a really great job. I owe her a lot of thanks. Trying to learn more about you is what got our relationship started. I was telling Mika about how lonely it was being home alone all the time, and she told me that Jamie was always worried about me, so I gave her a video call. Before I knew it, we really became close, didn't we? Our relationship has gone beyond just being friends. Beyond just friends? That sounds pretty good to me. Oh, don't be stupid, Gillian. You have a warped mind sometimes, you know. With even Alice gone, I was really lonely. Katrina. They're both so easy to talk to. It's like I've got two real sisters now. They're just like family to me now. I don't care if you get your memory back or not. Why? Because getting your memory back will mean that you'll remember all the things about me that you hated. Things that I hated? What are you talking about? Dealing with each other's imperfections is part of what being married is all about, Jamie. Gillian. Don't worry. No memories will change how I feel about you. You're like hot and stuff sometimes. Thank you, Gillian. It's good to hear you say that.
So have they finalized what they're going to do about Junker operations? I suppose this will end up being our last mission, huh?
Well, originally they were planning on disbanding the team, but now they've decided to keep us in business.
One last sniff?
So that means...
That's right. We've been designated as one of the government's special police divisions. That puts us above the regular cops.
So the government has decided that crime by machines poses a bigger threat than crime by humans from here on out, huh?
They've chosen the new chief, too. So when you get back, you'll get to meet the new head honcho.
Well, it's comforting to know I've got a place I can come back to.
Have a safe trip, Second Lieutenant Seed. I'm a second lieutenant as well, so we'll try to work well together when you get back. What? I'm a second lieutenant. How come my rank's even lower than what I had in the army?
Whatever you do, Just come home safe, okay?
Okay.
When you get back from this job, you still have a dinner date to keep with me, you know.
Don't worry. I won't forget my promises to either of you. Oops, almost forgot. Of course, I want to spend some private moments with my wife, too, huh? What's wrong, Jamie?
Harry and I will be waiting for you to get home.
That's Harry's hat.
We can do it this time, Gillian. Not some fake couple like before, but with love and trust.
I know, Jamie.
Take care, Gillian.
I'll see you, Jamie.
Wait! Wait for me!
Whoa, Metal Gear, what?
You, please!
You? Metal Gear's a Sega CD!
Yes, sir! We didn't have a good frame to work with, so this is just a temporary body.
Wow.
Just call me Metal Gear, Sega CD for now.
So they found your memory chip in one piece, eh?
Wow.
Random protected it from the blast of the beam.
Random, huh?
So temporary. Fix that laser.
Wait a second. I've heard that sneeze somewhere before.
Oh no, it's
Really?
a full
I
family
didn't hear
reunion.
anything. Anyway, I want to know if you'll take me with you. Please, Gillian, please take me with you. Please.
Hurry up and get on board, partner.
Yes, sir, Gillian.
Wow. I mean, we all heard Napoleon just sneeze, right? Where's that controller cord go? Kind of looks painful, honestly. Hope you're clapping. Hope you're clapping at home. It was good. It was really good. She just wanted to take a vacation. That's all.
Throughout history, suspicion has always bred conflict. The real conflict, though, resides in people's hearts.
Puma, thanks for the follow. Right here at the
This
end.
conflict has just begun.
Followed right at the very last part of the ending. You made it just in time. You could say you were there. Oh god. It must be the Snow 9. Oh, jeez. Oh, listen to this music. Oh my god. That was an adventure, y'all. Yeah, apparently Gillian was like, I'm gonna go blow up that factory, I'll be back. Why they couldn't send, like, an army to do it, I don't know. But, oh. Oh. Oh, I would love a Snatcher sequel. That would be maddening. Oh my god, y'all. We have tipped 10 viewers at once. I think we've only done that a couple of times. Thank you, everybody who's currently watching right now. And for the new follows. Super rad. Thank y'all so much. I feel it was really great doing this, like, one game all the way through thing. I feel that we really... I don't know, we really got to bond with the game, and we made several memes out of it, and I really like this new format. So I might switch it up a little bit with some games here and there that are just like a single playthrough, like in one episode, but I really like doing these with y'all. Did y'all enjoy that too? Snatcher 2 is going to be a Japanese exclusive pachinko machine. Disgusting pens.
That's disgusting.
Jeff, I want to call up Jeff Lupitan and get him to say something. Or Metal Gear. I can't believe I didn't notice that Hajil backwards was Elijah. Like, that would have given so much away, and I just didn't catch it. I love these. These are like digitized versions of a really cool long piece of all the characters together. I think that's actually in one of these manuals. But they like redrew it in pixels, and that's pretty dope. Oh, look at metal! Is that in one of these? Oh. We got that harmonica going. Love this triple scared Gillian on this page. Wait, who is Lisa? I don't remember Lisa. Nah, I can't find it. Oh, Harry. God, what a bummer. I'm still really... Metal Gear has kind of a gut. Come on, man. There's no fat shaming robots on this channel. I'm still really pissed off at Metal Gear not telling me any of that. Oh, Ramen Guy got in the credits. That's good. I was really pulling for Ramen Guy. But yeah, like, if Metal Gear had told us all of that shit before now... Oh, Lisa was the Snatcher lady. Then we wouldn't have, like... We would have been able to, like, meet up with Harry. And all that stuff. Oh my god. Look, here's the voice actor cast. Of course, I'm not going to be able to really automatically focus or anything, but here's all the Japanese nerds. I don't think they have the English speakers in here. Since this was the first one, but... Oh man, that was excellent, y'all. Super excellent. Thank you, Hideo Kojima. Thank you, Konami. Snatcher's still living to this day. Absolutely amazing. Yeah. Well, back in the 90s, too, it was like... They were not known for being good. So do we have an epilogue? Do we have a Kojima epilogue? Or is it just going to dump me to the Konami logo? Konami logo. I'm happy with this. Wow. Damn, y'all, that was awesome. That was my first playthrough through it, too. Fantastic. Wow. Thank y'all for coming on that journey with me. Thanks for the tips when I was fighting all those stupid things through that 2-door tunnel. Jeff, much appreciated for that. I feel like I worked hard for worked hard for the donations that time. Whew, that was rough. Yeah, thank y'all for coming on this journey. Like I said, I'm going to put all these pieces up now that it's complete and upload them to YouTube in its own playlist so we can relive all of it. Yeah, this has really energized me to keep going with the project that I got going on right now, which is the Neo Kobe Chronicles, which is where I am doing really high quality, like print-ready scans for all of the games. It's Snatcher, Police Knots, which we will be playing soon, which, as far as I know, hardly any of us or none of us know anything about. So that'll be an even better journey, I think, together. And then all the games that have something related to Snatcher. So, of course, the Metal Gear series and a bunch of offshoots as well. So I'm collecting all of that, scanning it as I go. Takes a really long time. But I feel good about doing it, because this is a story that really needs to live forever. Like, even though it was an extremely large Blade Runner ripoff, style-wise, it was a really fantastic story. And to think back that this game originally was released for, like, old-ass computers in the 80s, like, there was some amazing shit that was in this game that were firsts. And just a little tidbit, because I always think it's interesting. Kojima originally wanted it to where the discs in the computer would get to a certain heat, a temperature after running for so long, and smell like blood. Like, so like the crime scene that you see, like hoping that you would like smell this bloody crime scene because of this special like chemical that he was going to put in the discs. Konami turned it down. But I think that just kind of shows you like how interesting Smell-O-Vision, yeah. And for a game that's built so much on sniffing, it would have been interesting. But he's just got so many great ideas, and this also really excites me for Death Stranding, because holy shit, Death Stranding looks incredible and very strange. Maybe the Switch charger doesn't taste like blood. We can only hope. But thank you for everybody. I don't know what I'm going to do next time. I really don't. We'll probably switch it up a little bit. I do want to try some Dreamcast out and see how well that streams. We're still not dropping any frames, so that makes me happy. Everything's running really well, so let's push it to the limit and go beyond Metal Gear Sega CD. That was so funny. And let's try to push it with upscaled Dreamcast next time and see if it works. September 9th, 2019, 20th anniversary. I see. Yeah. But I love y'all. Thank you for your support. Thank you for donating enough and subscribing so that I could get this awesome stream deck to do stupid stuff with. And it's really helpful to me. Like, it cuts so much time out of getting prepared and everything. And I'll just learn how to use it better. And of course, the recently the controller adapter for the Dreamcast, so I can actually play Dreamcast games with the Dreamcast controller in emulation, which is fantastic because modding Dreamcast is really, really expensive. So with that said, I'm going to try this new staff roll button out, and I really hope it works, because that would save me a lot of time and clicks. And, yeah, thanks again. You guys are the best. And I can't wait to see you next week. Peace out, everybody. Oh, and ping in the chat. Does it work? We'll see if it works. Come on, you can do it. Maybe the chat thing won't work. It says it did. Whatever. We're going to try this. Credits now. Thanks for sitting through this while I test it, too. So, I'm going to press it again. Nope. Not going to work. Yeah, we'll figure it out. All right. Take it easy, y'all. Have a good one.